I'm Abhijit Sirohi. I have got 215 rank in the 2022 CSE. I am from Delhi only, with a very middle class family with both mother and father working in government jobs, even my sister working in government jobs. So, like every middle class family, anyone who aspires to do something, so you try to go for civil services, and that is how I came up to this. And this was my fifth attempt. I cleared the exam in my fourth attempt as well in 2020 CSE when I have got 302 rank and I was allotted Indian Defence Estate Service. Very difficult question to answer. Actually, uh, as I said that I come from a very middle class family. Not that we were extremely, uh, the things were extremely difficult. It wasn't so. But if you want to do something, if because when you are in college, when you are young, you want to do something, you want to change things. And as we know that I didn't have the kind of resources to enter into politics or to do something huge. So civil services seemed like a viable option, seemed like something I could do something, even if the change was minuscule, even if it was a very small change to 10 people, 100 people, it seemed like through this I could do it. So that's how it started. And then once you get into it, there is no way out. Either you end. So that's how it ended up. About note making, I would say that don't start making notes from the get go, because when you're first time reading a book, you don't know what is important and what is not important. Like if you read Lakshmikant for the first time, everything would seem important, and you can't make notes of Lakshmikant. Lakshmikant is itself a note of constitution. So when you are reading second time, third time, fourth time, you realize that these are the things which are important, which are coming continuously in mains, which are continuously coming in prelims, and think in that terms. Like I made extensive notes on agriculture, and my way of doing it was I saw last 10 years question paper of GS3. I noted down every single question that had come from agriculture. I subdivided it into themes, and I tried to divide every theme into what is the issue, what are the causes which are creating that issue, what is government doing about it, and what can more be done about it. If you can divide every question, every theme into these four things and represent in a good manner with diagrams, flow chart, then I think that you are very close to what the examiner is looking for. I can at least say in terms of GS, because I have given four means. My first in first attempt GS I got 380. In second I got 401, then 421, and this year I had 433. So my marks in GS have been consistently pretty good. So I might not have that kind of idea about optional or essay, but in GS I can say safely say that if you are doing this, then you are on the right path at least. I think the most important thing which I consistently did was I believed that I'm clearing it. That there was never a day when I thought that I'm not going to clear it. But you can say that it is kind of boastful or something, but you need to have that belief. If you don't have that belief, then half of the battle is lost, because it's extremely mentally difficult, because you are into this for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. So you need to have that belief. But I'm not saying that just having the belief is enough. You need to back it up with your hard work. If you're not consistently doing the hard work as well, then having that belief is not good enough. And I have said this earlier as well, that you can lie to everyone else, but you cannot lie to yourself. You know if you are doing the hard work enough, if you are not doing it. When you are lying down at night, you know if you have done enough for the day. You know if you haven't done. So if you feel content when you are going to sleep, then I think you have done enough for the day, and just back it up with confidence. And then you also need good amount of luck. I wouldn't say slight amount, good amount of luck. I made this mistake in my first attempt, that I did not practice answer writing in my first means, and my answers were simply not good enough. Even in second, where I got 400 around marks, I wouldn't say my answers were very good. But in the third means, I consistently practiced 2 questions a day, 3 questions a day, and I think that is enough. If you are doing 3 questions, it takes half an hour, and if you are checking it, it takes another half an hour. And in that 1 hour, you realize what is working and what is not working. If you don't like your own answers, then you can be rest assured that the examiner wouldn't like it either. And you'll still put in effort to check your answers. Examiner will probably not even do that. So you need to make it as easy as possible for him to check your answers. You need to underline every important things, put it in a box, have it in a very structural manner, and do it consistently for a month in 2 3 questions. And then it becomes a habit. It comes as naturally as speaking, as thinking, because it's a habit. And that is what means is all about. You cannot think and write in means at the same point of time. You just can write. The thinking has to happen in an automatic nature, automatic manner. The brain has to act in a very automatic manner, that you just start writing and brain already knows that this is the structure I'm going to go with, this is how I'm going to divide the question into. So if I see a question, brain automatically thinks that divided into 3 parts. Your introduction needs to have some data, some facts, some report. So you constantly think of what can be put in. Have 20 30 common data which can be put in lot of questions, like have some data about women, have some data about agriculture. So I had a data about how 13% of the women, only 13% women own land in India. So you can put that data both in agriculture, both in women empowerment, both in inequality. So have these kind of 20 30 set of data that if you don't know anything, you just put in that and try to correlate with the question. Oh, there were a lot of setbacks. This was my fifth attempt. In my first attempt, I did not clear prelims, and I think it was a mistake that I gave that attempt. I was not ready. I just came out of college. Within 2 months, I gave the attempt. In second attempt, I made the mistakes of not writing means answer practice. I started my first answer writing practice after I had cleared prelims, and there were 2 months left. It was simply not enough time. And then I made the mistake of taking English literature as optional. It has worked for a lot of people, but it did not work for me. Consistently in 3 mains, I got very bad marks, and switched it in my fifth attempt, and my marks increased by 50 odd marks. So take your optional very, very carefully. It is either going to make you or break you. Do answer writing practice, 2 3 questions. You don't need to do 10 questions. Do it 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It's enough. And uh, I didn't clear till third attempt. I did not have anything, and for 4 years I did not have anything. I started 2017, and 2020's result came in 2021. So mentally, how you do deal with it is a huge thing, because no one talks about it. You can read 100 books, it's not an issue. You have ample time, but it takes a toll. You're going to library, coming home, going to library, coming home. So you also need to be very careful about it, that if you're entering the preparation, enter it with the thought that it is going to be very difficult mentally. But once you have entered it, then don't look back. That's how I think of it. Actually, I still to this date I don't know what did not work on it, because in my fourth attempt, third means and last attempt with English literature, my paper went very very well, but the marks were, I got 219, which was a very poor score, and it brought down my rank. But what I did know was that I have done everything I could have done in English literature, and there was nothing more to do. So only option was to change it. It was actually a very difficult job because I was already in training, and I did not have time to prepare a new optional. But something had to be done, and PSIR seemed like a safe bet. There was enough material available online. The course seemed short, and people I talked to told me that 2 3 months of consistent, sincere study, especially with my background in GS2 of writing 3 means already, would help, and it did help. So. And I would say that I got lucky as well in the paper one. I got 150, which is one of the highest marks. So I think the element of luck you cannot neglect. But I also worked hard in a PSIR. Actually, what I used to do was that uh, while I was going to my training, it used to take half an hour from my home, and coming back, it used to take half an hour. So I would jot down all the notes I could think of, compress it, Shubhra Ranjan ma'am's notes, compress it, uh, turn it into an audio file, and I would hear it while going on my bike or while going in car, half an hour while going to office, half an hour while coming from office. So it just got memorized again and again and again. I think I must have heard that audio file 60, 70, 80 times. So it helps while you are attempting the paper. You need to substantiate it with thinkers, with the right terminology. If you have that, then it becomes easier to score. So I think because I had heard it this so many times, so I could jot down so many thinkers. So that must have worked. That's what I assume. I like watching football, so I try and follow Liverpool. Otherwise, I think I would like to. do more physical activities in my free time. Actually, I would like to work out, I would like to go to gym, but don't think so I'm doing it enough. I think it's on you. If you believe that this is not for you, you have put in all the time and effort, then I think there are other good things to do in life. I have a friend, very, very smart friend, very intelligent friend. But see, UPSC civil service didn't work out for him. For 4 5 years, he gave the attempt. But not, then he went to MBA and he just cleared FMS. He's going to FMS. He got very good college. You get 25 30 lakhs per annum as starting salary. Not a bad option. So civil service is not your life. Just note it down that it's not the life, it's not the beginning of the life, it's not the end of the life. If it works, well and good, very good job. If it doesn't, there are thousand other things to do in life. So try and do that. It's up to you. Don't there's no single yardstick that I can tell you that do it or don't do it. It's upon you. But think it thoroughly. Don't take it in a that you didn't clear the prelims, so you're just given up. Don't do that. It's a very, very strong decision. You have put in a lot of hard work. Think it thoroughly and then act as you want to. It's very necessary. I can tell you, I've never studied 16 hours a day, 14 hours a day, because I believe that your actual very thorough studies happens between prelims and means. That is the time where you are putting in 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. But you cannot put in 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 12 months a year. If you start doing it, then you would peak at the wrong time. Peaking at the right time is equally important. If you're already exhausted by the time you have given prelims, then it's game over. You need to peak at the right time when you're writing means. You don't want to be exhausted that you have already mentally you are done 2 months into the preparation. So take it thoroughly. uh, Time management is very important. Sleeping is very important. Don't neglect it, because you neglect it, health goes down, mental health goes down, and then results are not very encouraging. So please don't I'm pretty sure anyone who has said that they're studying 14 to 16 hours a day must be for a week, for a month. No one can do it for a year. So take it from my word, no one is doing it for a year, 14, 16 hours a day. Actually, I don't know what it takes in clearing first attempt. It took me 5 years, 4 years. But some people are doing it. I would also have to learn what they're doing. My final message would be that what you're getting into, know your odds. There are 12 lakh people appearing for the exam from last what I heard. There are 1000 seats. And IAS, IPS for non-reserved category ends at 240, 230. This is your odds in 12 lakh people, 230, 240. I'm not saying it to scare you. I'm saying it because these are the facts. So while you're entering into this, think it thoroughly. But once you have entered, please don't waste your time. Please don't waste anyone else's time. Be sincere in your studies. I can guarantee you that if you're sincere enough, maybe UPSC doesn't work, but you will learn enough in your life to do something good in life. That might not be UPSC, but that will be something else in your life. So please be sincere if you're entering. Don't waste away your years, the prime of your youth in your 20s, and don't do that, because you're harming yourself, you're harming the society and country in general. It's a wasted potential. So that would be my message. No, actually, I did not have any study partner, because I think my mode of studying is going in a library, shutting myself down for 5 6 hours a day, and then concentrating on it, because I cannot study with two, three, four people. I can, but it's better if you go to a library because you see 5 6 people around, so you just know that you are a sane person and you live in a civilized society. But I can't study with two or three more people speaking, so that wasn't my way. There are 100 ways of clearing UPSC. It works for a lot of people. I know people for whom it has worked, but it did not work for me. That is not my manner. Actually, over the years, I have used it sometimes for my answer writing. Not that I submitted answers. I actually just saw through the answers which people were posting, the answers which is posted by Insight itself. Because a lot of times while you are making notes, some of the points do turn out very helpful. So when I was Googling, when I was trying to make my own notes, then I used Insight's website in that manner. So that was what I used from Insight. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.